We're here with Alexis Dufresne, who will be fighting on the Ultimate Fighter finale card on Sunday here at Mandalay Bay Event Center. First of all, thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're making your UFC debut. How does it feel?
Feels awesome. It's an honor. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm going to put on a show.
You train out of Temecula, Dan Henderson's gym. How long have you been training there, and how far have you gotten?
I've been at Dan Henderson's about 7 months now, so not too long. My game has jumped dramatically since from being there. Been training a lot, had a good camp. Definitely going to be ready to go Sunday night. I've had a lot of help. My black belt, Ricardo Feliciano, has been there, all the way drilling me. I can't thank him enough. And I'm going to put on a show.
Now, you've been training jiu-jitsu for 5 years, correct?
Yes.
And you're already black belt.
No, I'm a brown belt.
Brown belt, okay.
Brown belt.
Okay, thank you for correcting me. And but here you are making your UFC debut. Did you ever think you would be here?
I didn't. When I started this whole thing, it was jiu-jitsu. And jumped into MMA a couple years ago. Had, great results, and now I'm here, so couldn't be happier.
What are your strengths? What can we look forward to seeing in the octagon?
My game's ground. I can hit heavy, so, if I feel uncomfortable standing up, I like to go to the ground. It's kind of my safe zone. So.
Tell us a little bit about your opponent that you're fighting Sunday.
Well, I know she was in the Ultimate Fighter, and to her, in her head, I think that makes her about 30% better. I'm not sure, but it's what it feels like. She says she's going to be taking me down, submitting me in my fight. So, good luck, and I can't wait to fight her.
What's this whole experience been like? You're here for fight week, and while your fight is a few days away, what's it been like being here, the media, just the atmosphere?
It definitely, it makes it to where I know this is what I want to do. It's like it concrete in my head where I know I need to be here, and I know I need to be fighting, and I don't want to be anywhere else at this point.
And what was it like getting that phone call from the UFC that they wanted to sign you?
Thought it was a joke at first, honestly. I thought, a few people were messing with me, and found out it wasn't, and honestly, I'm just very grateful. So I had a fight with Kim Couture in Mexico City. It came out well, and I feel like, that was the fight that kind of got me recognized a little bit, so I'm very thankful for that.
Now, co-headlining the card Saturday night for UFC 175 is Ronda Rousey. We were talking earlier. You have a little bit of history with Ronda. Can you explain the history, please? I know.
Well, thanks to her, I'm still competing. I went against her at a grappling X tournament when I was a white belt. Had no idea who she was. Got flipped on my ass quicker than, I saw it coming. And it's cool, I learned from it. I kept training because of it, and this weekend I just kind of want to see the Americans kick ass.
What do you think of Ronda when you watch her fight and you see how she conducts herself?
Well, I know a lot of the things that she says people get offended by. Like that whole fight with Misha, she wouldn't shake her hand. People don't know exactly what goes on behind cameras, and they only focus on what they see on camera. People don't know, the history that went on between them at all. So for us to sit here and say, oh, she was right, she was wrong, it's none of our business, If she didn't want to shake her hand after that, Misha probably gave her a reason to. I've seen Ronda shake every other girl's hand besides that, except for Misha's. So that was personal. You know what? If somebody had disrespected me, I probably would have done the same thing.
What's between your black belt instructor, Ricardo Feliciano, and Dan Henderson, and all the other UFC fighters there, that gym in Temecula, what's the best advice you've received coming into this fight?
Stop partying. I can't party anymore.
Not really, huh?
No.
Especially during fight camp.
Yeah, they kind of pooped on my party a little bit.